Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. Voters feel they're being asked to make financial sacrifices when they know that their impact on global emissions is minimal. Present policy solutions are inadequate and therefore unworkable. The current approach isn't working. Any strategy based on either phasing out fossil fuels in the short term or limiting consumption is a strategy doomed to fail. Tell me, does the Secretary of State agree with his former boss, Tony Blair?
Well, he's talking about the TBI Institute report, which actually says, there's a lot in it I do agree with. It says on CCS we should move ahead, which this government is. On AI and the role of AI, this government should move ahead, which we are. On nuclear, we should move ahead, which this government is doing. I have to say to him, though, I want to say to him that this is the man who said only 3 weeks ago, after his party dropped their net zero policy, look, and this is going to surprise people, Mr. Speaker.
No, Secretary of State, no. We are on topical, so I don't need a full statement and going over it. Andrew Bowie will show you a good example of...
Looking forward to hearing what I said a few weeks ago, to be honest, Mr. Speaker. But it's okay to admit when you're wrong, Mr. Speaker. And as Tony Blair said yesterday, this is a strategy that's doomed to fail. So why can't he see what the GMB sees, what Tony Blair sees, that Clean Power 2030 is doomed to fail, and it's time for a change of approach?
It's not what the report says, Mr. Speaker, and he's talking absolute nonsense. And that was the point I was going to make, Mr. Speaker. And the point I was going to make is this. He said, look, nobody's saying that net zero was a mistake. Net zero in the round was the eminently sensible thing to do. Not my words, Mr. Speaker, but his own words. Now, some people say the Tory party today has only one policy. Actually, they have two: against net zero and for it in the shape of the honourable gentleman.